They say the fog on Ngong Hills moves against the wind, and if you hear footsteps behind you, don't turn around because it's already too late. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of Kenya's most chilling modern myths, a story that blurs the line between folklore and terrifying reality. Nestled in the heart of the Ngong Hills, overlooking the sprawling Great Rift Valley, stands a decaying colonial mansion. It's a place shrouded in mist and even deeper secrets. The locals speak in hushed tones, trading stories that would make your blood run cold. They talk of a reclusive billionaire, a man no one has seen in decades, living in isolation within those crumbling walls. But it's the other tales that truly haunt the hills. For years, farmers have found their goats lying in the fields, completely drained of blood, with not a single drop spilled on the ground. Hikers, drawn by the beauty of the Seven Hills, have been warned never to stay after sunset. Too many have ventured out for an evening walk, only to vanish without a trace, their cars left abandoned at the foot of the hills. The most unsettling accounts come from those who've barely escaped. They describe a thick, unnatural fog that rolls in without warning, and a shadow that moves within a tall, gaunt figure seen flitting between the trees. They speak of an unnerving silence that falls just before they hear it, footsteps crunching on the gravel path right behind them. The old warning always follows: whatever you do, don't look back. This is where our story takes a turn from local legend to a full-blown investigation. A sharp, ambitious investigative journalist from Nairobi, let's call him Calmo, started noticing a pattern. It wasn't just a few missing hikers anymore. The disappearances were becoming more frequent, a string of cold cases all leading back to one location, the Ngong Hills. Driven by a gut feeling that something was deeply wrong, Calmo began digging. He pulled old property records, interviewed frightened locals, and pieced together a century's worth of strange occurrences. What he uncovered was more horrifying than any ghost story. The mansion's owner wasn't just a reclusive billionaire. His name appeared on land deeds dating back to the early 1900s, and then again on shipping manifests from the 1800s. The man in the mansion was ancient, impossibly old, sustained by a gruesome curse that bound him to the very soil of the hills. He was a creature of the night, a predator who fed on the lifeblood of the unwary to prolong his own unnatural existence. The locals called him the Blood Count of Ngong. As Camo got closer to the truth, the hills themselves seemed to turn against him. Trails he'd walked a dozen times would suddenly change. The wind would whisper his name. The fog felt sentient, a living barrier protecting its master. He realized he wasn't just investigating a man, he was challenging an ancient power. As night fell on the hills, Koma knew he had one choice: expose the monster in the mansion or become another one of his forgotten victims. The question is, can one man's courage stand against a darkness that has owned the hills for centuries? What do you think? Is this just a spooky story, or is there a real-life blood count hiding in the mists of Ngong? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this dive into the unknown, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next mystery. Stay safe out there.